Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. In the last episode, you got to see that Rome was completely torn apart. Every hatch cover, shelf, door, everything was disassembled and loaded up here in the salon for fumigation. Even every cushion and all the mattresses were living out in the cockpit so that they didn't end up with a coating of mineral oil and bug death all over them like everything else.
With the help of a few professionals like Hugo, the dinghy doctor and exterminator. Yeah, he's both dinghy doctor and exterminator. Elvira, who came in with a friend and helped clean. Herson, who came in and got the air conditioning working for us. And by the way, Herson, thank you. But also, even with the AC up here, it is solidly 33 degrees centigrade in the salon here with us. We are cooking, but it's better than it would be. We made a ton of progress, and Rome is on her way to being put back together, clean, and bug-free, and cool-ish. We'll go for cool-ish right now.
That's fair. There's still a few things that we're going to need to do before we can actually move on, so let's get to it.
Sounds good.
So you may remember that we mentioned having some help to get us ready here, and one of the things we did was hire a wonderful person to get our air conditioning working. For the previous 4 years that the last owners had the boat, it didn't work in 4 years, and I have to say they are clearly much hardier people than we are. We could not survive it without air conditioning. We're kind of melting into puddles here. But one of the other things that air conditioning does, it's a major benefit, it dehumidifies the space and keeps everything from being wet all the time. And when things stay wet, they get a little mildewy, a little moldy, and so we've taken off all of the mattress covers that are a little mildewy, a little dirty, a little smelly. Same thing with the pillowcases. For our throw pillows, somehow those are the ones that ended up smelling a little funky. So we're going to bag those up and send them away, and thank you to Herson for getting us some air conditioning. Yes.
The cockpit's been our primary operating space since we got started on this project, and it was pretty dirty to start, and it's just gotten dirtier. So every time we go in and out, we're tracking dirt in and out. It is time to clean. We've been waiting to clean for a while, but now it's time. So we need to empty the cockpit and get the scrub-a-dub-dub going. You ready?
I'm ready, let's do it.
There were a lot of lines on the boat to start with, and there's still a lot. Some of these are good, some of these are not. I've gone through and mostly sorted them, but there's still a lot of sorting to be done.
That is so much better.
Way better.
It's not clean. It's like first level clean. But at least now I feel like we can bring our stuff back on board and not be tracking a mountain of dirt in with everything.
Achievement unlocked. Clean cockpit. Well, cleanish. Okay.
Good enough for now.
What's up next?
Oh gosh, can we start bringing stuff back on?
Well, I think we can start bringing it over, but you know, it's going to be pretty. Okay, we're going to be really specific about how we bring stuff on. Right now we're living in a bungalow that's in the jungle and part of the jungle. It's 3 sides screened in. There's a bedroom with AC that's got walls, but the walls have holes big enough for mice to get through and big lizards. So we're gonna bring stuff in, but we will go through piece by piece and not bring anything beyond the cockpit that we have not looked at all sides and made sure there's no infestation. Last thing we want is to bring more bugs on board now that we've done all this work.
Right, we've worked so hard to debugify, let's not ruin it on day one.
Yeah.
We cleaned the cockpit and I was ready to declare it done. Ready to load our stuff back in. But there's always one more thing, right? In this case, it was actually 3 more things. A fridge and 2 freezers. Seriously, there's always one more thing. And it is my least favorite cleaning chore, cleaning fridges and freezers. Can you drop me a comment and tell me what's your least favorite? Is it refrigerators or bathrooms? Don't you love cleaning up your leftovers you forgot to eat until they rotted? How much fun is it to clean up somebody else's leftovers that they didn't eat and you didn't know was there? I'm declaring it clean. I'm going to put a plate of coffee grounds in there to absorb any of the unpleasant odors. Otherwise, done. Hey, question for you.
Yeah.
How would you feel about working on that inventory database that we were talking about so I can start putting some things away?
God, I'd love to. But I am struggling with connectivity. The marina has great Wi-Fi, and we're just in a bad spot and have crappy connectivity. I think before we do that, I've got to get the STARLINK put together. I think I need to pause just to get that done.
All right, priorities, priorities.
I know. All the things I want to do versus the things that I must do.
All right. So another question then. Are we going to slapdash it together the way we did before we had to tear everything apart? We're going to do it for real.
We'll do it for real. So we're pulling cable and climbing around in the engine rooms and doing it the hard way.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
I know. But we got to get there, and I can't just keep putting it up and taking it down.
Yeah, no, I agree. You're right. All right.
Okay, let's get to it then.
Let's do it.
STARLINK cable. Have to get it in the STARLINK mast, down through the hole in the bottom, then through the hole in the transom, inside the engine room, then across the stern into the other engine room, and then forward. So,
Which end plugs into STARLINK and which end plugs into the inside of the house?
this end plugs into the antenna,
Okay.
the dish. This end goes inside. This is the end we're going to be pushing through.
Okay.
There you go, folks. STARLINK install day 1. For most people, STARLINK install isn't days. For us,
Might be.
it might be days. We'll see. I need more water under my feet because already it's 1,000 degrees down here. 1,000 degrees. So that whole avoid lava game, it's freaking impossible. There's no avoiding lava. Okay, I need you to go up and down so that folks can see what we're dealing with. I will smile for the camera and put the camera under this mast. As you can see, hopefully, that's the hole that we're trying to get it to come through from the top. It's big enough, we tested it going the other way, but there isn't a lot of extra room, so it's going to take a little work to get it through there. My probe in the hole and feeling for the wiggle. Yeah.
Never knew STARLINK was so interesting.
Or may not work. And for all of you saying, wow, wouldn't it be great if you had a pole cord in there, a little rope? You
That'd
are
be
not
amazing.
kidding.
That'd be amazing.
It would be pretty freaking cool. Alas, I have no such thing.
Although, I haven't thought about creating a pull cord. What if we tie something appropriate, don't know what that is exactly, to like something small, like a screw.
Or a little piece of lead weight for fishing.
Right? That would work too.
Anybody want to play Cat's Cradle?
God, I used to love that game when I was little.
Hasn't changed.
Now I don't want anything not quite this way.
work.
One way to find out, I guess. Catch.
I don't know if I can catch. Hold right there.
Well, you got it.
I've got it, let it go.
All right. Woohoo!
So I give it a little bite, and then I give it some tape to hold the pull line in place, and give it some guidance so that it knows where I'm trying to pull it. Otherwise, it tends to turn. If I'd have been smart or thinking, I would have done that on the little guy we were dropping in, because now, let's hold this up close to the camera because we're super wide. You see the little line comes right out of there. I hope the camera hasn't turned itself off. And I tape right up over the top of that, just a little bit. And that's all it takes. And now, when I pull that line through, this will guide right through with it.
Sweet! Woohoo!
All right.
Oh.
And on the bottom, it looks like this. And one more view from underneath for those folks that want to see it. And now we're going to make a turn. We're going to make a turn and go from under this pipe into that hole, which is in the transom. And that goes into the engine room on the starboard side. And then we try to figure out how to get it across the boat to the other side. All right, for everybody wondering, yeah, we got the maritime dish, the big high-performance square. Oh my God, we paid too much. Yeah, oh well, it is what it is. It's definitely what we need, and so that's what we got. All right, now the nice thing about this is we run the cable right through the bottom.
Oh, sweet.
Now the big dish. No, you're gonna pull that back out because we need some space for it. All right, so go in and down.
Yeah, it does.
The next step is getting the cable into the engine room. I've got Jerry in the engine room down here. I don't know if you can even see her. There she is, maybe. She's gonna catch the end of this cable. I'm gonna go back up topside, feed it through to her, and then we're gonna swap places and she'll feed to me so I can figure out what to do with it. So yeah, here we go.
How is this thing supposed to come through? Ah! There we go. Got it! Ah. Ew. Oily. Nasty.
People talk about boats that are well made. The bulkheads are tabbed in and there aren't holes between the different areas. In this case, we've got a door, but this is a bulkhead. And it isn't just tabbed in. It's like structurally glassed in. It's unbelievable. Which is great because it means the boat's super sturdy. And a little pain in the ass because I can't see what it's open to see. It's a lot of movement. Alright, can you come over here?
Can.
I need you in the bilge.
Today we did not win the war of STARLINK, but we're getting closer, I think.
What a week. We have been busy It's great to be mostly on the boat, not quite living on the boat, but mostly we're spending a lot of time here. We got the cockpit clean. We are mostly bug-free. We're relatively comfortable. It still gets hot during the day, but it's relatively comfortable. But we've made a ton of progress, and we're getting closer and closer to moving on. And that, of course, right now is the goal, save for a window in about a month when we're going to haul out, and we've got a ton of projects to do. So you're going to get some project videos coming up for that. But right now, we're just in a great spot. We've got STARLINK as far as we could, which is pulling cable, right? So that's there. We'll have it turned on here in no time, and I'll be able to work more comfortably and with better connectivity.
Feel really good about where we're at. It's fantastic. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. If you have not yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. And also leave us a comment. You'll remember I asked you earlier, please comment and tell me what your least favorite household chore is, or just anything. It'd be great to hear from you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Always. Cheers. We'll see you next
Bye.
week.